That video you just watched is not an old video. It is a recent event. And the person who prostrated to the Oni of Ife is the current governor of Osun State. He's the sitting governor. His Excellency Ademola Adeleke, uncle to music icon Davido. I played this video as a prelude to dispel the thought of disrespect in the story you are about to listen to. Adeleke family is a wealthy family, and so do some other individuals in Yoruba land. But their wealth does not breed arrogance and disrespect or disregard to elders. Let us meet some other prominent and wealthy individuals from this region, and I will get back with what one of their own in position of authority do to them. Watch.
These are the 10 richest Yoruba men in Nigeria. At number 10, we have Razak Okoya, who has a net worth of $150 million. Razak Okoya is the founder of Eleganza Group, which is a manufacturing giant in Nigeria known for producing household goods, plastics, and industrial materials. Starting his career as an apprentice, he grew into one of the most prominent Yoruba industrialists, with major real estate holdings across Lagos. At number 9, we have Olu Okewo, who has a net worth of $250 million. Mr. Okewo is the chairman of Gibraltar Construction, a company recognized for building luxury real estate projects in Lagos. Popularly known as the king of luxury, his vast investments have secured his place amongst the richest Yoruba men in Nigeria. At number 8 is Adedeji Adeleke, who has a net worth of $700 million. Dr. Adeleke is the chairman of Pacific Holdings with interest in oil, gas, banking, and real estate. He also founded Adeleke University in Osun State and is the father of one of the biggest musicians in Africa. His wealth comes from decades of strategic investments across multiple sectors. At number 7 is Michael Adeojo, who has a net worth of $700 million. Michael Adeojo is the founder of Elizade Group, the largest Toyota distributor in Nigeria. Beyond automobile distribution, he has stakes in real estate and education, including Elizade University. His empire makes him one of the most respected Yoruba businessmen. At number 6 is Wale Tinubu, who has an estimated net worth of $700 million. Wale Tinubu is the CEO of Oando PLC, one of Africa's leading energy companies. Known for his bold moves in the oil and gas sector, his leadership has expanded Oando into international markets and positioned him as one of Nigeria's most influential energy moguls. At number 5 is Bola Shagaya, who has a net worth of $950 million. Bola Shagaya is a businesswoman with interest in real estate, oil, and banking. She is the founder of Pract Oil, which is one of Nigeria's largest import companies, and also has major stakes in property and finance. Her success has earned her a place as the second richest woman in Nigeria. At number 4 is Folorunsho Alakija, who has a net worth of about $1 billion. Folorunsho Alakija is the vice chair of Fanfa Oil, and she also has investments in real estate and fashion. Recognized globally, she remains one of the most prominent billionaires in Africa and is the richest woman in Nigeria. At number 3, we have Femi Otedola, who is worth $1.5 billion. Femi Otedola built his wealth through oil marketing and went on to diversify into power generation, finance, and infrastructure. With investments that span across Africa and Europe, he remains one of the most recognizable names in Nigerian business. At number 2 is Adebayo Ogunlesi, who has a net worth of $2.6 billion. Mr. Ogunlesi is the chairman and managing partner of Global Infrastructure Partners, an investment firm which manages billions in assets. His global influence has earned him recognition as one of the richest men in Africa. Finally, the richest Yoruba man in Nigeria is Mike Adenuga, who has a net worth of $6.7 billion. Born in Ibadan, Mike Adenuga is the founder of Globacom, Nigeria's second largest telecoms operator. He is also the owner of Corn Oil, which is an oil exploration company. His diversified investments have not only made him the richest Yoruba man in Nigeria, but also one of the richest men in Africa. 12 more.
Now, my analysis is on Obasanjo and the decision that rewired Nigeria's industry. How a Yoruba president made a northern billionaire, and why tribal leaders of today can't do the same. In a country where ethnic tension is always vibrating beneath the surface, like an unhealed wound, one leadership decision stands as a rare example of patriotism over tribe. I am talking about Obasanjo's decision or choice to empower Aliko Dangote into the industrial space rather than favoring Yoruba industrialists from his own zone. This didn't just create a billionaire, it created Africa's cement revolution. Obasanjo could have rewarded born and bred Yoruba businessmen because there are many of them in business. We have many, as we just watch some of them in the video above. He could have picked one of them. He could have named someone from Ogun State, Osun, Lagos, or Osun State. But he could have turned cement privatization into an ethnic feast like today's leaders do. He had the opportunity, but he didn't. Instead, he handed the biggest industrial play of that era to a Hausa businessman from Kano because he saw capacity, not tribe. Let us listen to Obasanjo's confession. He confessed everything by himself, so it's good we listen to him.
Let me give 3 examples. I was worried about the situation of cement in Nigeria. And I woke up at 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. Then I waited till 5 a.m. I phoned Aliko Dangote. Aliko was in Lagos, I was in Abuja. And I woke him up. I said, Aliko, what are you doing? He said, what should a gentleman be doing at 5 a.m.? He should be sleeping. I said, well, I have no apologies for waking you up. Can you see me at 7 a.m.? He said, Mr. President, it's bad enough that you wake me up at 5 a.m. But for me to see you at 7 a.m. when I'm in Lagos and you are in Abuja, and the first flight is 7 a.m., it is impossible. I said, what time can you see me? He said, 9 a.m. And he came at 9 a.m. When he came, simple question. I said, Aliko, why are you importing cement and not producing cement? And he said to me, do you want an honest answer? I said, if I call you here, I want an honest answer. That's why I've called you. He said, because it's more profitable for me to import cement and sell than for me to produce cement, which is an honest answer. Then I asked him the second question. I said, what can I do to make you produce cement? He said again, you want an honest answer? I said, yes. He said, make it as profitable for me to produce cement as it is profitable for me to import cement and sell. Again, I haven't got where I was going or he was leading me. I said, how do I do that? He said, tie my importation of cement with my production of cement. My head got it. I said, you can go. I called my Minister for Industry, who also came from the private sector. I said, look, I've had this discussion with Aliko. Come and go and work it out. So Aliko then planned to produce 5 million tons of cement a year. Since we started producing cement in 1956 up to 2003, we've never produced 5 million tons. So when Aliko made that, the people in the ministry said, he's telling a lie. He was making it up. I said, all right, let's see how his lie will work. So I put 2 people in Aliko's construction site, and they are reporting to me every day. The day Aliko, the contractor, did not work, they will phone and tell me, and I will immediately phone Aliko. So one day Aliko came to me and said, Mr. President, I'm getting worried about you. I said, what have I done? He said, you know about this cement project more than myself, and it is not a government project. I'm getting worried about you. I say, hey, my brother Aliko, this is a Nigerian project. So anything Nigeria is a government project. Not only did Aliko succeed in the first 5 million, He succeeded in the second 5 million. He succeeded in the third 5 million. I started taking him out to other countries in Nigeria and Africa. I took him to Tanzania. I took him to Senegal. That's how Aliko made it. Partnership between the private and the public. Partnership between leadership at every level.
That was not weakness. It was nation building in its purest form. Obasanjo chose the hard thing. He chose nation over sentiment. Nigerians love to attack Obasanjo for many things, and yes, he had his flaws. But no honest historian can deny the fact that Obasanjo delivered Nigeria, or believed Nigeria was bigger than Yoruba land. He chose merit over my people. He chose vision over who knows who. He chose nation over ethnicity. If Obasanjo had behaved like many politicians of today, Yoruba businessmen would be the ones controlling cement today, not Dangote. But that single bold move is what made Nigeria a cement producing power instead of a dumping ground for foreign cement. That single act. It was leadership driven by development, not loyalty. But today's leaders, they preach unity on stage and practice tribal loyalty behind closed doors. Today's leaders, they share appointments like family inheritance, fight over who chairs ministries from their zones. Go to some ministries today, right from the gate to the top, it's a particular language you will hear in that very ministry. Take a walk, just do it, do that this thing you see. Today's leaders empower kinsmen who lack competence while ignoring national capacity. They see national resources as tribal property. They believe power is not responsibility but entitlement. They ask, where is he from? Instead of what can he do or what can he deliver? And then Nigerians wonder why development is slow in the country. It is because tribalism is used as a brake pedal, and that is why we are not developing. That is why we are not growing. Obasanjo chose industrial future over ethnic favor. Let's be blunt. He did not empower Dangote because they attended the same church or because they spoke the same language. No. He empowered him because he saw that industrializing Nigeria was bigger than Yoruba pride. That is leadership. That is leadership maturity to the core. Today's leaders built ethnic kingdoms, not nations. Obasanjo built an industrial legacy, not a tribal monument. If only today's leaders will copy Obasanjo's mindset, imagine a president from the south empowering a northern tech genius into Africa's biggest data hub. Imagine a governor from the north giving a southeastern manufacturer the largest automotive concession. Imagine politicians seeing Nigerians, not indigenous. Nigeria will become unstoppable. But the my tribe first mentality is killing possibility. Instead of building champions for the country, today's leaders build champions for their hometowns. They don't ask who can build Nigeria. They ask who is on my side. How do we prove this? Tribalism is not culture. It is underdevelopment in disguise. Ethnicity becomes weapon when leaders use it as a recruitment policy. Obasanjo proved that unity is not something you preach. It is something you practice. He did not need to call a press conference to announce I am a nationalist. No, he demonstrated nationalism with policy, not with microphone speeches. That is the difference between yesterday's giant and today's politicians. The growth of Dangote cement did more than make a billionaire. It forced Nigeria to transition from importer to exporter. It gave Africa a local industrial backbone. It created a brand that competes with Europe and Asia in raw production scale. That was not an ethnic achievement. That was a national achievement. When a Yoruba president empowers a Hausa industrialist and the whole of West Africa becomes the beneficiary, that is nationhood. Nigeria does not lack resources. Nigeria does not lack talent. Nigeria does not lack opportunity. Nigeria lacks leaders who love the country more than their tribe. That is the problem of Nigeria. That's what Nigeria lacks. Obasanjo did something our modern leaders have refused to learn. When you empower competence, you empower the nation. When you empower tribe, you empower selfishness. We need to draw the line here. Now, until today's leaders grow above tribal attachment and embrace the mindset of nation before bloodline, Nigeria will continue to crawl while other countries run. Obasanjo didn't make Dangote a cement giant. He showed what leadership without tribal wars looks like. Drop your opinion in the comment section and subscribe for more unbiased analysis. Thank you.